So I hate to break it to you folks, but if you wore a poppy today for Remembrance Sunday, you are a member of the far right. I've got a poppy on, so I must also be a member of the far right. This also means, if this is correct, Jeremy Corbyn and Tony Blair, they are members of the far right, although maybe they've changed their minds since this photo was taken. The Queen, gosh, she's got about 4 poppies on there. She must have been, it saddens me to have to use past tense there, very far right. The King and Kate. I mean, Kate's got 3 far right poppies on there. She must be very, very cosy with Tommy Robinson and be a huge racist and very far right, I'm sure, for wearing a poppy. So what am I talking about? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Well, of course, it's the woke Gen Z. They're not patriotic enough to wear poppies, and they think those of us that do are members of the far right. So GB News picked up on this. Woke Gen Zs shun poppies as links to Brexit and St. George make them uncomfortable. So they're all buying these white poppies instead. It's also because of the Gaza obsession. So this is a poster that I saw put up on Twitter. Lest we forget, never again includes Palestine. So all the Gaza lot, all the pro-Palestine protesters, they're all wearing their white poppies today. They wouldn't dare remember the people that died for this country so that they can have the free speech that they have to go out and march on the streets every Saturday. I mean, it's just absolutely bonkers. Now, let's take a look at what some people have to say about us lot proudly wearing our red poppies. So we've got this person, Sundar Katwala, Director of Equality and Diversity Think Tanks, British Future. Wait for this, honestly, it is shocking. The far right have always wanted to own remembrance. When the English Defence League, the EDL, was at its height about 15 years ago, remembrance was heavily used as an anti-minority weapon, and the EDL even entered into a symbiotic relationship with Islamic extremists as the defenders and attackers of poppies respectively. Okay, well that must mean then that anybody that wears a poppy is a member of the EDL. Yep, logic guys, makes perfect sense. Now let's take a look at first of all, what's going on with the Brexit side of things here. So we've got Britain's youth are shunning traditional red poppies over uncomfortable links to Brexit, St. George's flag and nationalism. So it's got something to do with the EDL apparently, something to do with Brexit, something to do with the St. George's flag. I mean, has anybody told these lot that, Brexit, that was 2016, that we voted to leave, but when we're doing Remembrance Sunday and we're wearing our poppies, I mean, the focus is on the First and Second World War. Like, that was a long time before Brexit. Like, were they never taught in school what Remembrance Sunday is actually about and what the poppies actually mean? Because, I mean, last time I checked this thing here, this wasn't invented in 2016. I mean, these Gen Zers, they're idiots. They are genuinely idiots, and they hate this country. And I think it is absolutely vile that they are so disrespectful to the people that gave up their lives, left their families, left their wives and children to go out and fight, put their lives on the line. Many of them sadly lost their lives and were never able to come home to their wives, their children, their friends and family, because they wanted you to have the freedoms that you have today. And you just do not care. You're so ungrateful that you're like, oh, I'm going to wear my white poppy, free Palestine, fuck Brexit. Honestly, I give up hope in this younger generation. And then there's the comment there about pro-diversity think tanks. Think it's about the far right owning remembrance, which we just had a look at. So let's have a little bit of a look, guys, at the we've looked at that, at the comments coming out of these young people that GB News put together. I haven't got all of them. You can look at the article on their website. Some of them are shocking, but let's just look at a couple of them. So apparently it's a bit like with the St. George's flag. It makes some people feel uncomfortable. Oh, it's so uncomfortable to wear a poppy. Oh, you poor thing. You know what's uncomfortable? Being in the fucking trenches, being bombed, losing limbs, and for many, sadly, losing your life. That's a bit uncomfortable, darling, okay? You little Gen Zers who never had to go to war, you guys are worried about the St. George's flag being uncomfortable. Oh, it's such a hard life for you, having to see the St. George's flag sometime when you walk down the street in your own country. Oh, it's so, so tragic to see the St. George's flag. When you see the, those far-right thugs coming out of the football games and they've got an England flag around their shoulders, oh my God, it's just so distressing to see. And then here's one of the comments about Brexit. Absolute idiots, these people. Anna, 24, said the Remembrance symbol was linked to Brexit. Linked to Brexit? I've explained why this is stupid. Brexit was 2016. We're talking about the First and Second World Wars when we're wearing our poppies. These people are idiots. So apparently the Remembrance symbol is linked to Brexit for a lot of young people, she says, who feel that somehow making a show of patriotism is tied into that, which so many young people are still unhappy about. Okay. Let's just work this through. Let's think through the logic here. We've spoken about the timelines. That's stupid enough. But apparently, okay, if you fight for your country, that means you like your country, i.e. you are a patriot. It also happens that many, many, many years later, that if you voted in a certain way in a referendum, it just so happened that the people that voted one way were maybe a little bit more patriotic about their country than the people who voted the other way. That then means if you voted, if you fought in the Second World War, that makes you a Brexiteer, even though you didn't know that Brexit was a thing that was ever going to be talked about. You didn't even know what the EU was at the time that you were in the First or Second World War. So if you don't like the way that people voted in a referendum, and the people that voted a certain way were patriots, then that means that you don't like the people who fought for their country because they liked it in the First and Second World War. Okay, I'm just trying to think this through. We can use that logic and apply it to many other things. Okay, so let's say, and this is probably true, people who voted for Brexit have a greater tendency to drink beer than people who didn't vote for Brexit. Does that mean that if you drink beer, you are a Brexiteer and drinking beer associates you with Brexit, and that would make you feel uncomfortable? Are all of the left scared to drink beer now? I don't think so. Only when it suits them do they follow this principle. This is bonkers. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you lost as much faith in the young generation as I have? I'm pretty disappointed in the peers that are my age. Having seen this is a day and a time when everyone should be proudly wearing their poppies. It doesn't matter if you're left wing, right wing. Even Keir Starmer is wearing his poppy, and we just saw a picture a moment ago of Jeremy Corbyn and Tony Blair from a previous year wearing their poppies. It doesn't matter where you lie on the political spectrum. Wear your poppy if you give the slightest damn about people who lost their lives so that you don't have to live under a Nazi regime. Okay? I don't think these people understand even basic history, right? These people are pacifists. They're like, no war, no war, no war. You should never defend yourself. These people never should have gone to war. And I'm like, okay, you wanna live under Hitler? You want to have Nazi rule? You want to have no free speech? You want to live under the Gestapo? Fine, you do you. But that doesn't suit me, okay? No one likes wars. Nobody likes people dying. But we had to defend ourselves against the Nazis. That does not make Britain evil. I'm fed up of this young generation who are taught and brainwashed that this country and its history is absolutely 100% terrible and everything that we did was evil and just killing people for the sake of it. No. We helped save the world from Nazi rule. That is a good thing. So you idiots with your white poppies, get in the bin, is what I have to say. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you for watching this video. Rant over. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, press the notification bell so you don't miss out on our hot upcoming videos. I'll see you soon.